on the screen, we're going to see a preview, which I think most of you might have seen some of in your forums, because I think I presented in nearly all the forums. And it's a preview of our learning here for next year. The theme is Enjoy, which is Empower New Jersey, only YPO. We've got some beautiful design and graphics about key New Jersey institutions. There's a heavy theme of hospitality and service and experience. We really ramped up the do more with less concept of bigger events that I think are going to be experiences that are just going to blow your minds, hopefully. And we're going to kick it off. But even before we get to the first event, we have an amazing barbecue in Mike's house. I believe it's going to be Atlanta Day.
He just sold the house.
50.
He just sold the house last week.
Well, it's going to be a really great party before it closes. It's nuts, right? So we've got a barbecue coming up, which is going to be amazing if you're available. And then we're going to kick off with a really special event. I don't know if anyone watched the final of the French Open. It went like 6 hours. It was amazing. The U.S. Open is going to be really special. This is going to be the last year in the current facility. They're spending $800 million to redo the Billie Jean King Tennis Center. We're going to get a preview of that and a keynote from the Chief Operating Officer of the U.S. Tennis Center for the last 25 years, and the woman who runs the USTA. So we've got private space there just for our group. We already have nearly 50 people registered. It's one thing I want to say, I'm so thankful and grateful there's such engagement on the calendar going forward. Almost every event is at capacity. And I'm going to talk, we're going to try to open up some capacity. So this event, for some might be a little difficult. To be honest, to do this at night was going to be like $10,000 a person. It was going to be really challenging. We're going to get to go to a quarterfinals match for both the men and the women. You're going to get player meet and greets. You're going to get to see the trophies. You're going to have amazing food and beverage. You're going to have a little private space. You're going to have great tickets. The challenge is some kids are back to school, some aren't. This is like you can roll in after drop off. Hopefully you roll out when you want before pickup. If they're already in school, and if not, you're going to have an amazing time. So I'm really excited about this event. This is really special. Dheeraj and I are tackling this one together. We're going to love it. Next, please. All right, so for those people that like, and that was for Member Spouse, that first event. For people that really like beef, there's no one better, I would venture to guess, than either get here is probably from Alfredo, but he is the #1 H Prime meat butcher, branded. He's got retail locations, but he's really all fine dining. We get a keynote, we get a book signing, we get takeaway engraved with your company name tomahawks from Pat Lafreda. We're going to do flights of aged beef paired with scotch and or wine. And there's going to be other stuff there if beef isn't your thing. If you really hate beef, this might not be your event. And this is a member event.
So if you're Indian, we get it.
But there will be vegetarian options, but if you're into hospitality, this guy's got a story about hospitality. All right, this event I'm so excited about. Pretty close with the Chief Merchandising Officer, Chief Marketing Officer, of the New York Red Bulls. And we've got Craig Hirsch is going to day chair this with me. He's going to moderate a panel of the leadership of the New York Red Bulls. We're going to have topics discussed if you have any kids playing soccer, youth-based soccer, the World Cup, which is coming, this business status of Major League Soccer, and a little bit about the business of running the Red Bulls. We've got the entire suite with our separate areas, mid-level. There's the ability to go on the field, take pictures with players. We're looking to get like personalized jerseys for the kids that come, so with sizes and names. This is going to be a really special event for anyone that's into soccer. And we also get a great match. We get to the final home match of the season, I think. And this is going to be a Saturday night family event. I think it'd be a really special event to have a panel, and there's all this stuff for the kids to do while the panel's going on. We get there early before the match starts. It's a Saturday night. There's a high-end, like all you can eat, all you can drink bar, food. It's going to be a great event. All right. This event, as requested, spouses weren't interested in this event. Originally, it was going to be just member, but part of like the giving back and the theme of New Jersey institutions, we have a farm that we work with called Grow Row. It's out in Hunterdon County. They predominantly grow food that then stocks a lot of the food banks, like the community food bank that we went to the past 2 years. And it's all harvested by volunteers. So this is going to be, we're getting the Secretary of Agriculture to come to this and talk about farming in the Garden State. So you get a little background about what farming is like in the state, which is a really big farming state. We're going to get to do some fun member spouse farming, and we're probably going to eat something good too. The next event, he'll come up, but this is a joint event, and it's going to be with NJI and Polaris, and it's the Mount Sinai Longevity Summit. This is meant for member and spouse, and this is like a 6-hour opportunity. Like if you went to the Dr. Shaw event, this is going to go even deeper, and you'll be able to pick out a specialty. It's a lot about wellness and longevity, but a lot more about medical technology. And the heads of every department of Mount Sinai are going to be here. It's going to be an amazing opportunity to build relationships with the senior leadership of this hospital network, as well as learn a lot from the real cutting-edge experts. Okay, the next event is for member and key associate. I said that customer experience was really a focus here in terms of hospitality as well. We know that Disney does it pretty well. So this is for member and key associates, delivering the magic with Duncan Wardle. This is with NJI. Bring your teams. I think if any of you are in service industries, the customer experience takeaways from this are going to be really special. Thanks. Thank you. All right, so this one I think could be really, really amazing, or we may pivot. But it is, if you're familiar with John Bon Jovi and his foundation, they run a series of soup kitchens. Actually, I have 3 of them. We're scheduled to go to the Red Bank location to work the soup kitchen. It'll be closed just for us, though, preparing for their big rush. We'll have a meal. The focus of this is to have John and his wife and the foundation leadership there to explain, why they did this, and why soup kitchen, and why food security. Understand a celebrity that has decided to focus their life on philanthropy now, and just understand why. So the keynote's going to be for them. If it isn't, we may pivot. But we're close to finalizing that, and I think it'll be a really good event, and we didn't want to repeat the community food bank again. So we're going to do some farming, and we're going to do a soup kitchen. Holiday party. Other than this restaurant, one of the premier new restaurants, it is only a year old, is in my hometown in Tenafly, New Jersey, called the Spring House. The founder of the restaurant was the outgoing board chair of New York Metro. He gets YPO, and we're going to get the whole restaurant to ourselves. It's one of the best culinary scenes in the state right now. Tremendous modern Italian cuisine. It's going to be an amazing holiday party. It's this historic house that was built in the early 1800s. It's like a New Jersey reservation site. And we're going to have an amazing time. And Brad, thank you for your leadership helping us organize that. All right, we're going to get to our next joint event. This is meant for family, and if you have older kids that might still be home from college. This guy, Ben Nempton, is about creating goals and being very positive, and he's really got a focus with youth, teens. So this is meant to be a family learning event, early in January to the degree that, depending on if you have kids going back to school, they're hopefully still home if they're college age. Looking forward to that joint learning event. Here we got our first spouse event. So not only thank you so much for the leadership, we're going to have a really robust calendar, I think with 5 to 7 events. I don't want to go into too much detail, but the visual manifestation, I know it really appeals to me. Some of these spouse events really resonate with me. I kind of wish I could attend them. Unfortunately, they're not for me, or not invited, but very much looking at that full calendar. Thank you again, Sonala. Okay, this is a member event. I don't know if anyone's been to it. You can see the Freedom Tower from here. This F-35 Israeli Air Force modified simulators There's 30 of them. They're in the Freedom Tower. This is going to be, you're going to get a flight suit with like the YPO guard state in on it. You're going to get trained. You're going to do simulations that are going to push your reaction time, your communication, your ability to execute under pressure. A lot of key executive important skills there. And then there's a competition. And maybe we'll go out for drinks after for those around. But this is going to be like a really cool event. A couple of IPO chapters have done this, and it's one of the highest rated experiential if you're into flight simulation. And Craig, thank you with your interest in flying. Next, Dine Around. Brandon, thank you for your leadership here. Dine Around and all the day chairs. I'll be reaching out more to do more of the planning in the coming weeks. But Dine Around is always one of the favorite events. We get to know each one another better through Dine Around. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to host again. That'll be in February. Okay, our next learning event for key associates is going to focus on EOS, Entrepreneurship Operating Systems. And I think there's been a lot of interest for smaller businesses scaling and even bigger businesses scaling. And this is going to be, again, partnered with NGI for a learning event with key associates. And Brian is the day chair for this, who's the learning officer for NGI. All right. So the spring, one of the big experience events is an event that Jamie's actually done before. And it's a New York Yankee VIP experience, kind of modeled after the US Open and the New York Red Bull experience. We're going to get Brian Cashman, the general manager of the New York Yankees, to do a keynote. God willing, we'll get early field access to watch batting practice. We get a suite, we get a game. Mike, thank you for sharing this. This is going to be an amazing event, the pricing of which may fluctuate a little bit depending on how we're doing with our budget. But right now, I'm priced at, I think, a great value. All these things in the US Open may seem expensive at $500 a ticket. It's thousands per ticket for the type of experience we're getting. So I want everyone to know they're getting great value here. This is going to be really special. I'm a big Yankee fan. I hear Mike's a big Yankee fan, so that'll be great. Next. All right. The Bullies, I'm so thankful and grateful that you've helped or will help, are helping the Kentucky Derby experience. This is going to be amazing. And we already have 30 some odd signups, I think. So I'm really excited for the member retreat. I've never been to Derby. It's a bucket list for me. We're going to rock it out really special, only in YPO. I can't wait. And thank you again for your leadership on the chapter retreat. Okay, year end, and then I'll move on. Year end is, there's a private dining club downtown, which is now one of the highest rated restaurants in the city. It has a really famous ownership team. One is which is celebrity chef Josh Capon, who's a close personal friend. So we're going to get some even commentary from him and his partner Gary Vaynerchuk. If you're familiar with him, pretty successful billionaire, serial entrepreneur. He's the other partner. So Gary V and Chef Capon are going to give us a really special experience. They've got one of the best omakase restaurants in the city. They do have Italian, they also have steak. And the things they're doing there are beyond only in YPO. It's going to be top end, top shelf. It's downtown on Houston. Prepare for like a very special wild night. That is the learning year with a lot more spousal events to come. I got feedback from every forum about some other pop-up ideas. We're going to try to incorporate them. I thank you. I'm very honored and grateful to serve as your learning officer for the next learning year. We're going to enjoy. We're going to rock out. It's going to be really memorable. And a lot of these events, I don't think you want to miss. These are special events. And I'm going to hand it back. Woo!
So I got $1,000 that says Mono delegates that immediately to Sonali for the year-end party again. Put it out there. All right, so Mike Barraza, you want to come up and introduce some candidates and